Hi, I'm Liana, the owner of Wet Noses Pet Sitting, and I wanted to briefly do a discussion about pricing, both for us and for pet sitters across the country and across the world. So, if you do not live in our area, this section is for you. So there is a huge difference in pricing based on whether you are using a professional pet sitter or a hobby pet sitter. We can talk about the difference in another video so that you can take a look and see what works best for you. For professional pet sitters, industry-wide, the latest national average has been that the average pet sitter is doing a 30-minute visit for $20 a visit. That's the most common thing. Hobby pet sitters will be quite a bit less. So hobby pet sitters can average anywhere from a neighborhood kid for $5 a visit, or maybe somebody for a friend or a family member that'll do it for free, or maybe even somebody in your neighborhood that does a lot of pet sitting that can just do it for you for a lesser amount. So how much a pet sitting visit costs depends upon a lot of different factors. It depends upon the length of time that you're staying for a visit, and some pet sitting companies do not charge based on the length of time. They just have one visit cost and they stay for however long is needed. Most pet sitting companies actually do charge for different lengths of time. Us ourselves, Wet Noses Pet Sitting, has visits that vary anywhere from 15 minutes up to an hour or longer. Another factor for the cost of a pet sitting visit is going to be the location that you live in. If you live in a big metropolitan city, then your cost for pet sitting is going to be a bit more than some place where the cost of living is a little bit lower. So take that into effect when you're looking for a pet sitter. Another thing that might have an effect is the number of pets that you have. Different companies do charge differently depending. So some companies charge more if you have more pets, and some companies don't take that into effect at all. So it just depends. Another factor is the type of pets that you have. So if you have a specialty pet, say a horse or a farm where you're taking care of a lot of animals, maybe parrots, or a specialty breed or an animal with medical care that requires some special attention, that can affect the cost of pet sitting. So again, this is all going to depend upon whether you have a professional pet sitter or whether you have a hobby sitter, and only you can decide which option is best for you. Now we're going to delve into Wet Noses Pet Sitting and what we do. So if you don't live here, this part of the video is not for you. So for Wet Noses Pet Sitting, we base our cost upon the length of time for the visit. We run our visits in 15-minute increments, so starting at 15 minutes all the way up into an hour. Another factor we consider for Wet Noses is how many pets you have. We generally charge a little bit more if you have more than 2 pets, but it's not a hard, fast rule. We really do try to discuss it with you and see exactly what length of care and what involvement there is with each of your pets. For example, we're not going to charge you extra if you have a hermit crab. So we really take it on a situation and a case-by-case basis. The third factor we consider at Wet Noses is the area that you live in. We do have a set service area, and you can see a map for that on our website. If you live outside of this area and we are available to work with you, then we do charge a little bit more. And that is simply to cover the cost of time and gas for our sitters that are going into your area. So depending upon where you live and how far you are outside of our service area, we determine that rate individually. Another note is that we do not charge extra for holidays. That is a common theme for some pet sitting companies, that they charge extra either just for the day or sometimes for the time of the whole time of the holiday. We do not charge extra here, so we view that as our present to all of our customers and our clients, and we love working with everyone. So one note I will say about Wet Noses Pet Sitting is we are not the least expensive pet sitter in town. You can definitely find hobby sitters, friends, neighbors, family that are willing to pet sit for less or for free. You can also find other professional pet sitting companies here in town that are going to cost less. We do believe we provide the quality for our company. So you can see that in our videos, and you can see that, you can learn about that online. The training that we provide for our staff is extensive. That is all information for another video. But if you're looking for a company purely based on price, we are not going to be the company for you. If you are looking for good quality and consistency and making sure that you get the best sitter out there, then definitely take a look. Thank you.